Hi everyone. I'm going to read another very short extract from my book, The Reason to Write. This is called Harnessing. When I hear writers moaning on and on about how they don't know what to write, I find myself yelling out at them, make a list of random people you've known and places you've been to. Stare at the names, pick out 4 people and 4 places, and then let your imagination take over. So that I don't come across as a complete phony, I just tried it myself. Here are my random places and people. People first. Mr. Goodison, my prep school science teacher, who wore a wig and was obsessed with ordnance survey maps. James Labouchere, the prefect at my boarding school, who built an aeroplane in metalwork and it nosedived during a rugby match. Sir Wilfrid Thesiger, my great friend and my hero, who crossed the empty quarter of the Arabian desert twice on foot. Helena Edwards, my father's long-suffering secretary, known by the mystic George Gurdjieff as Blonde Number 24. Places. The Royal Bombay Yacht Club, a favourite haunt of mine where I lived when it was the most rat-infested and run-down place I had ever stayed. The village of Narok in Kenya's Rift Valley, where I stayed as a student in the mid-1980s. Gangtok, capital of Sikkim in northern India. And lastly, a laundromat in Alice Springs, where I once had one of the most interesting conversations of my life. With a random list at hand, I scribble the names in circles on a fresh sheet of paper, like little islands. And then I start conjuring a story. The important thing about this is not to overthink the exercise. When people start off writing, they're constantly overthinking, when instead they should be allowing their imaginations to run free. So, doing it super fast, I see the story set in the 1930s of a trailblazing woman with flaxen yellow hair, irrepressible and adventurous. She crosses the world in search of a secret which will make sense of a map left to her by an elderly explorer in Sikkim. Little by little, the layers of the story emerge. I don't wrestle with the imagination, but rather I let the story emerge from the darkness, like air bubbles percolating up through water. Force it too much, and the well of inspiration will run dry. If nothing comes to mind, then just go off and run errands, answer emails, or prune the roses. Whether you like it or not, the story will keep flashing into your head as your mind works away at it when you least think it's doing so. The Reason to Write.